Good morning, students. I hope you all are hale and hearty at your home and taking great care of your health. I am Shweta, your SST teacher, and the topic that we are going to start today are the Indian coastal plains. But before going to the topic, the Indian coastal plains, let us understand some of the key terms that are very necessary to understand the Indian coastal plains. So let's begin. The first term that you need to understand is cost. So, what do we mean by cost? Any area, the area which is near to a sea, to an ocean, or to a bay. Any area that is near to a sea, an ocean, or a bay, that area is known as coast. उसे हम cost बोलते हैं, means any area that is near to a water body. That is near to a water body, say for it's a sea, it's a bay, or an ocean. That is called cost. उसे हम cost बोलते हैं. This is the cost. This area is near to Arabian Sea, to Bay of Bengal, to a bay, and the Indian Ocean. So this area is known as cost. इसे हम cost बोलते हैं. Now second term is coastline. So what do we mean by coastline? The area where the land seems to meet the water body, that area is known as coastline. The area where the land meets the water body. जहाँ पानी और मिट्टी का मिलन हो रहा होता है, the area where the land seems to meet the water. यहाँ पे जहाँ land और water का mixture हो रहा होता है, that area is known as coastline. उसे हम coastline बोलते हैं. So the area where the land meets the water body, that is called the coastal line. Now, as you can see, these narrow strips of land that are located along the coast of the Arabian Sea in the west and the coast of the Bay of Bengal in the east, these narrow strips of land are known as coastal plains, the Indian coastal plains. So, what are the coastal plains? The narrow strips of land which are located near to the coast of Arabian Sea and to the Bay of Bengal in the east, that are known as coastal plains. Now in India, we have two major types of coastal plains. And what are these coastal plains? The western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains. The western coastal plains and the eastern coastal plains. Now, as you know, that these are here you can locate the western Ghats and the eastern Ghats. The Ghats on the western side, these are known as western Ghats. And the Ghats on the eastern side, these are known as eastern Ghats. Eastern Ghats. So the coastal plains which lie between Bay of Bengal, and the eastern Ghats, coastal plains. The coastal plains that lie between Bay of Bengal and eastern Ghats, these coastal plains are known as eastern coastal plains. इन्हें हम eastern coastal plains बोलते हैं. The coastal plains which lie between the Bay of Bengal and the eastern Ghats, these are known as eastern coastal plains. And similarly, the coastal plains which lie between the western Ghats and the Arabian Sea. The coastal plains which lie between the western Ghats and the Arabian Sea, these coastal plains are known as western coastal plains. इन्हें हम western coastal plains कहते हैं. And these are the two Indian coastal plains, the eastern coastal plains and the western coastal plains. Moving on to the further topic, if we talk about the states that lie on the western coastal plains, so the states that lie on the western coastal plains, which are those states? The first one is Gujarat. It lies on the western coastal plains. Firstly, we are talking about the states of western coastal plains. So the first state is Gujarat. Then you have Maharashtra, Goa, Karnataka, and Kerala. These are the five states that lie on the western coastal plain. So these are the name of the five states that lie on the western coastal plains. जो western coastal plains पे lie करते हैं. Secondly, if we talk about the states which lie on the eastern coastal plain, जो eastern coastal plains पे lie करते हैं, then the first one is Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. So these are the three states which lie on the eastern coastal plains. तो जो states हमारे eastern coastal plains पे lie करते हैं, that are Odisha, Andhra Pradesh, and Tamil Nadu. Now these both the coastal plains, the western coastal plain and the eastern coastal plains, they meet each other at a point Kanyakumari. At a point Kanyakumari. So the both the coastal plains they meet each other at Kanyakumari. दोनों ही coastal plains कहाँ जाके मिलते हैं? Kanyakumari में मिलते हैं. So these are the basic terminologies to be understood over here, that what is a coast, what is a coastline, what are Indian coastal plains, and how many types of Indian coastal plains are there. Then what are the names of the states that lie on the western coastal plains, and the name of the states that lie on the eastern coastal plains, plus the place where both the coastal plains meet. So these were the basic information or the data that we came across till now. Moving on to the next topic. Now we are going to discuss some more terms which are related to the water bodies. Like the first one comes the lagoon. So what is lagoon? So as you can look in the figure, that is, this is a sea, and this is a separate water which got separated through sand or rock. Through sand or rock. So this water got accumulated over here due to the blockage that was made by this sand or rock. So we can see a water body that gets separated from sea by rocks or sand. एक ऐसी वाटर बॉडी जो अलग हो जाती है सी से और ओशियन से बाय रॉक्स और सैंड और रॉक्स की वजह से जो अलग हो जाती है कोई भी वाटर बॉडी, दैट इज कॉल्ड अ लगून. In Kerala, most of the lagoons you'll find in the region of Kerala, and so we can say the salty sea water, when the salty sea water it gets separated through a sand or a rock, that is known as lagoon. उसे हम lagoon बोलते हैं. Then what is backwater? When many of these lagoons get interconnected, they form the backwater. उसे हम backwater बोलते हैं. जब बहुत सारे lagoons मिल जाते हैं, and again you'll get the number of backwaters in the region of Kerala. So this was lagoon. Coming to the third term, that is estuary. Now what is estuary? As you can look at the figure, that this is ocean, a river is flowing into this ocean. So the area, as we all know that in river we always get fresh water. Fresh river, it contains fresh water in itself, and ocean is a salty water body. It's a salty water body, and this is a fresh water body. So when the fresh water body it gets mixed with the salty water body, the place where it gets mixed, it is known as estuary. उसे हम estuary बोलते हैं, जहाँ आपकी fresh river का water जो है it gets mixed with salty sea water, it is known as estuary. उसे हम estuary बोलते हैं. A partly enclosed water body in which river water mixes with sea water. So here you can see the fresh coming river water, it gets mixed with the salty sea water, जहाँ जो है सी का salty water के साथ हमारा fresh water mix हो जाता है, that is known as estuary. So I hope both the terms, the lagoon and the estuary, are clear to you. That lagoon is formed when the salty sea water it gets separated by a sand or a rock, and estuary is formed when the fresh river water it gets mixed with the salty sea water. So there the estuary is formed. Now taking some more of the terms. Coming to the next term, that is delta. Now what is delta? Before falling into a sea or a bay, a river it splits into various streams. बहुत सारी streams में split हो जाती है. And it spreads the fertile alluvium that it brings along with over that coastal area. So this triangular landform that is created by that river is known as delta. उसे हम delta बोलते हैं. Suppose a river is coming from an area, and then before falling into the sea or the bay or the ocean, this river it splits into various different streams. बहुत सारी streams में जो है बढ़ जाती है in the form of a triangle, एक triangle की form में, and then it spreads the various quantity of alluvium that it brings with itself in that coastal area. उस coastal area में उस alluvium को जो है distribute कर देती है, spread कर देती है. It strewn that alluvium, and this triangular landform, इस triangular landform को ही हम क्या कह देते हैं? Delta. This is known as delta. Now the question for you, the assignment question for you is that you have to tell me the name of the river that is forming the largest delta of our India. The largest delta, that is Sundarban Delta. So you have to give the name of the river that is forming delta in India. You have to give the answer in the comment box just below the video along with your name. So I hope the term delta is clear to you all. That is the triangular landform that is created by a river by getting splitted into various streams before falling into an ocean or sea. This is delta. So let's have a look at what we discussed today. We discussed the term coast. What is coast? Then coastline, the two Indian coastal plains and the name of the states that lie on these coastal plains plus the location of these coastal plains. Delta, what is a delta? Estuary, lagoon and backwater. These are the very important terms that you must know. This was all about the day, and what you have to do, you have to learn these terms. I hope these terms are clear to you all. In case you face any doubt regarding any of the terms that we discussed in today's video, then we'll be having the doubt session for the same on Monday. So do join the doubt session at Zoom Meet sharp at 8:40. I'll share the link in the class group. So till then, take care, stay home and stay safe.